Next, tragedy strikes, accidents happen. Be there when the calls come in. It's back-to-back episodes of Rescue 911. Next on Discovery Health Channel.
This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911, a weekend in the wilderness.
It's getting too steep down here.
It's terror on the trail when a horse loses his rider and tumbles down a steep ravine.
I thought the animal was dead.
Witness the spectacular helicopter rescue as it actually happened. Plus,
In a crisis, when minutes can save lives, time and distance are a rescuer's worst enemy. I'm William Shatner. Tonight on Rescue 911, true stories of heroes who let nothing stand in the way of giving others a second chance at life. We begin on May 17th, 1992, as Sherry Giangrossi and a couple of friends set out on a day-long trip in the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas in Northern California. Some of the footage in this story was taped as the actual events unfolded.
Started out that morning at 6 for a ride that we had been looking forward to all week.
Oh yeah, Fred and Christina would like it too. Christina would really love it.
We didn't really have a plan for the ride that day, so it suggested that we go down the river and we could water the horses and build a battle plan for the rest of the day because it's still early.
Okay.
And the horses were going just fine. They didn't have a problem with the trail. We'd been on trails like that before in the past.
But Sherry, Jack Snyder, and another friend had never been on this particular trail before.
Real steep, careful. Whoa, hold it right there. It's getting too steep down here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy now.
I turned around to see him falling down the hill. And I couldn't do anything to help him. When I got to the bottom, he was just laying on his side, and he wasn't breathing, and he wasn't moving. And I thought he had died.
Oh, easy, easy.
Okay.
Over there, partner. Oh. I really didn't want to roll him over at that point. I had no idea what the other side looked like. The very first thing that come in my mind was, I don't have a gun with me to euthanize the horse. It was absolutely no doubt we was going to have to put him away.
Okay. He'll be okay.
When we continue.
He was in very poor shape. His heart rate was real low, and I was wondering whether he was just going to die on the spot.
Follow unsung heroes saving lives and witness courage and compassion in action.
Okay, I'll be in the back. I'm gonna be in the back of the ambulance waiting for you.
Paramedics, next on Discovery Health Channel.
Tonight, a shark rips off a woman's leg. A photographer gets zapped with 15,000 volts of electricity. How can they survive? Find out on an all-new episode of Impact: Stories of Survival. Tonight on Discovery Health Channel.
When Sherry Giangrossi's horse Sinbad fell 300 feet down the side of a steep canyon, she and her friend Jack Snyder feared the worst.
Sherry, this leg is awful bloody, but I don't think it's broken. I assessed the horse. I rubbed him down and couldn't feel a great deal of heat, certainly no protruding bones, and I was amazed that he'd gone where he had gone, and there was absolutely nothing appeared to be broke. Come on, son. Come on.
Come on, baby, get up.
Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Who now? Who, son? Who now? Who? Who?
You're okay. He was pretty cut up. He was starting to shake all over. But he was moving. He was alive. and scared.
Sinbad's veterinarian, Dr. Vern Thacker, was called in.
What happened? Well, it come off the ravine up there and down the slope.
I was amazed at the distance he had fallen. My greatest concern was that there's lots of complications that can develop as a result of going through trauma like that.
He took a terrible fall, a fall that no horse should have lived through.
There you go, Sherry.
And we're trying to figure out how we would get him out, or how we could get him out. There was no way to get him back up to the top.
Well, we'll treat him for the shock.
Initial considerations were to push him off into the water and take him down to a trail to where he could walk out of. But he wasn't walking very well, and he was shocky. I didn't think he needed any further trauma.
All right, Sherry, we'll make the
So we decided to try and organize and get things together for the next day and have Sinbad stay overnight. I told Sherry I didn't want him to lay down because he did have an elbow fracture that might get further damaged if he did lay down.
It was the longest night I've ever spent in my life. I'd go stand with him and just hold him and tell him that we were going to get him out of there and that he was going to be just fine. Not really sure myself if we were going to get him out of there. But I guess I said it because I felt I needed to hear it.
The next morning, Sherry's husband, Fred Giangrossi, called around, searching for someone who could evacuate the injured horse.
The top there, the ravine.
When I called our veterinarian, Dr. Thacker, he'd been trying to reach me at home all night. And he said that he thought he knew of a man that was going to be able to help.
Helicopter pilot Scott Baker, who had performed a similar rescue once before, agreed to try to lift Sinbad out of the steep canyon.
Nobody wants to fly in that canyon. There are just too many wires, you can't see them. Windy. You've got 3 bridges and a 150-foot long cable hanging underneath you.
Dr. John Madigan and a team from the University of California Davis Veterinary School were also called in to help with the rescue attempt.
Over the last few years, we've been trying to design a harness that would support a severely injured horse and allow them to breathe easily, allow them to be comfortable in a harness or a sling support device. Easy, Sinbad. He was quite scared, so we had to administer a tranquilizer. Okay, attaboy. Let's use this blindfold on him over there. We've decided that it's probably best to cover the horse's head with a soft blindfold. Horses can panic, they can become frantic, and they tend to withdraw a little bit with a blindfold. They actually don't panic in the dark.
Tonight, imagine waking up during surgery, unable to move or tell the doctor that something has gone terribly wrong. Don't miss Anesthesia Nightmares, tonight on Discovery Health Channel. Wednesday, a 16-month-old has surgery to reconstruct her jaw. A woman undergoes a facelift to reverse the signs of premature aging. Don't miss plastic surgery before and after. Wednesday on Discovery Health Channel.
Sinbad started to actually sink and drop down as we were putting the last hooks on, so we were very fortunate with our timing that the peak sedation occurred right at the time we were ready to lift. It was technically an extremely difficult series of things that had to happen. He had to gradually move him away from the bridge and then get over the bridge to fly out.
My thoughts while I'm flying the animal out are, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to have to let this animal go.
The plan was to fly Sinbad 5 miles to a field next to a ranger station.
I see this helicopter, but I don't see Sinbad. And then all of a sudden, up over the trees, I see Sinbad hanging at the bottom of this helicopter, and I was just so thankful that he had made the flight. But we're not out of the woods yet. Now we have to set him down, and we have to bring him back.
When I saw the animal, knees give, go right to the ground, didn't seem to want to stand at all, I thought the animal was dead.
He was in very poor shape as compared to the day before. His membranes were very gray. His heart rate was real low, and I was wondering whether he was just going to die on the spot. The initial thing I thought to do is to give him the reversal agent that'll counter some of the bad things that happen when you sedate a horse.
Easy now.
It's okay. And pretty soon, he started to roll his eyes. And his color started coming back. And he started moving.
Come on, son. Come on up. Come on, stand up.
Baby. Come on, baby.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on.
Come on up.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, now.
He was standing.
Oh, good boy.
And it was an exhilarating
I
feeling.
don't believe it, but he don't look too bad.
I don't know what the prognosis is going to be for him, but he's going to be back home. And he's made it through something that this was a total miracle.
3 months later, Sinbad continues to recover from the fractured elbow he suffered in the fall. Sherry looks forward to a day when she may be able to ride him again.
The people that helped rescue Sinbad, there is a lot of heartfelt thanks for them. Because if it wasn't for what they did, I wouldn't have him.
Oh, yeah, what a good boy.
Just for Sinbad, a little no-name horse that to most people probably isn't worth anything, but is my family.
Hi.
How you doing? Sinbad's recovery was quite amazing. He just had the heart to come through this. With flying colors, he healed very well in spite of taking such a bad fall.
Oh, such a good boy, yes. Don't you bite me.
Next, step inside the command center where the calls for help are answered and meet the real-life heroes who save lives. Stay tuned for another episode of Rescue 911. Next on Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.
Mr. Shapiro, step out of the car, please.